The COSOP that were presented includes different opportunities for innovation. The opportunity of developing further the pro-value chain development in upland areas is something that has already been initiated by IFAD in some provinces. It's still too early to know the outcome of that approach, and certainly needs to be further strengthened, further tested, and if successful, replicated. Productive safety nets is a new feature. Applied sustainable technology suitable to the upland is something that everybody says that needs to be done. Some of the research institutes are doing it, but there is very much in terms of innovation at all different levels, both in the development, dissemination and adoption of this technology. Another opportunity for innovation is the evolution of microfinance institution after the recent approval of the new microfinance law, and maybe testing some innovative systems for micro-insurance, not just consistent with overall government support of health and life insurance, but also some specific insurance that might be relevant to the upland area. We talked before about livestock insurance, and it is something that in other countries with similar agroecological environment has worked. The final opportunity for innovations is the clean development mechanism pilots. In terms of targeting, it was again, Thomas mentioned this morning, that there is not just an issue of targeting the poorest of the poor. If you want to do market development, you have to target different groups. In ethnic communities, things are even more complex because probably they are, in some cases, you need to target entire community. But certainly some of the key target groups will involve smallholders who sell a large part of their production, subsistence farmers that sell a little part of their production when they have a surplus, or otherwise they sell their raw labor. And finally, unskilled workers. As part of the targeting policy for this COSOP, gender will continue to be a main principle and target. Activity, ethnic minorities, and in terms of geographic targeting, we are talking about the upland area, and more specifically, primarily, northern mountains. In terms of policy issues, what are the issues that we can discuss here, and we would like to have your feedback, and what are the role of IFAD and how we think that this COSOP can influence change. In terms of the issue of private sector investment in agriculture, the overall policy reference is given by the Unified Enterprise Law and the Common Investment Law. These are general policies. What would be the role of IFAD in the COSOP is to promote private investment in upland areas and pro-poor market linkages. So it's consistent with that policy, but how to influence the changes? What is needed is the formulation of provincial strategy and action plans. This goes beyond, a little beyond the implementation of a CDP at the province level, because it should be within this optic, complementary to what the provinces are already doing, but I think more specific to the strategic value chain and opportunities in upland areas. To do that, the role of all the people around the room will be fundamental in order to build on existing knowledge, creating other knowledge, but having an active role in collaboration in support of the province effort in the formulation of these strategy and action plans. That necessarily will involve a policy dialogue, because even though the general policy is given, how to use the general policy specifically at the local level is less clear. The second policy is about the benefit, how the poor, the upland poor, can benefit from increased business opportunity. The policy reference is the SCDP, the national target programs, the Degree 29, the loan insurance business, the Degree 56 on technologies. Now, the role of IFAD in all of these things is multiple. We talk about productive safety nets, we talk about alternative microfinance institutions, consistent with the new law, Decree 29, promotion of new financial products, for example, microinsurance, or promote the development, mainly the dissemination and adoption of suitable technologies. Technology there for livestock, for crops, for agroforestry. How to influence these changes? In terms of productive safety nets, really the need is how to establish a program for productive safety nets within the COSOP and within projects. In terms of microfinance, they are how to influence changes at different levels, capacity building, to credit line, through linkage with existing microfinance working group. On insurance, there have been already some pilots by some NGO in Vietnam. The results are mixed. I think that they are to further develop some appropriate pilot to microfinance or microinsurance in association with the microfinance institution could be developed, say getting a loan for a new cattle linked to line as well insurance for that cattle. In terms of technology, dissemination and development and dissemination, the issue is to have a very clear plan for each area of how to do that in the target province, in collaboration with the research institutes. There are some upland research institutes, there are some key universities that are here today, also to provide incentive through the development of participatory action research, competitive grants, use of link with the production component of the program 135, and demonstrations, technical assistance and study tools. The other policy issue in which the program could have a role is about the forest land use rights, the payment for environmental services. The policy reference are about the water sector development strategy, Decree 23, Resolution 28, and overall adherence to the Kyoto Protocol of Vietnam government. So the key role here is to accelerate the process of forest land allocation to communities and households and private enterprises, how to influence changes, support forest land allocation through the PPC, but also engage in pilot carbon financing schemes.